Hey guys and girls, I'm Allie and today we're playing the Doki Doki Literature Club again. I can see that this is gonna be fun since I cannot talk again. And since I'm reading a lot, this is gonna be a catastrophe. So yeah, last time we didn't get to show our poem to, I think it was Natsuki. I think she's the last one on our list. I didn't have time, and I don't have too much time today yet. Since university stuff, I'm basically working to get my bachelor's degree at some point. And yeah, that means not a lot of time for like gaming and stuff. But yeah, I guess we'll just load the game because that's fun. So, who should I show my poem to next? Well, that decision is gonna be easy to make. Yeah, last time we kind of talked about 3 of the poems, which were all pretty deep. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, the first poems were like, okay, fine. The second poems for everyone were very, very deep. Like, Yuri's still, my heart's clenching, and like all of them were pretty much their insecurities put into the words. And yeah. Let's see what Natsuki has in store for us. I liked your last one better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. Okay, thank you, girl. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. And that's fine. Try something different. That's totally fine. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. Yeah, we noticed. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Yeah, and that's fine by you. Like, it's fine if you don't like it. But that doesn't mean others don't have to like it either. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head overheats for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Huh? Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion. Yes, and still, you're kind of seeming as if you want to force your opinion on others, but you know, we'll just leave it at that for the moment. You have your opinion, girl. But my opinion is the best opinion. Really? Okay, I'm trying to get behind her, but she's my least favorite from all of them at the moment. She's so full of herself, kind of. I mean, I can understand that there's probably a deeper meaning behind this, but still, like, my opinion is the best opinion? That's... nope. No, thank you. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Well, okay. The thing is, she's always talking about, like, not having a deeper meaning and being upfront and stuff like that. But if that is really upfront and just her opinion on a girl who likes spiders, then I can't get behind this. If she actually does have a deeper meaning behind it, even though she seems not to like that, then I can't see it at the moment. But if there is, you can tell me. If there is, you can tell me. Since, like... yeah. If you take it literally, this is just a little bit egoist. Like, it's... I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, it's fine if people like spiders. You don't have to, like, reflect that on the whole person. But if there's a deeper meaning to it that I can't see at the moment, just tell me. And, even though, like, I'm not sure. Like, for anyone else, I would really, like, go into this and try to find the deeper meaning. For her, it's like a 50-50, like, does she follow her own rules? And this is just some kind of cutesy but kind of egotistical poem. Or is there a deeper meaning and she's breaking her own rules? So that's an interesting thing to think about. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep up too much with this. Just, if someone likes spiders doesn't mean they're gross, okay? Just, I mean, I know that my brother hates spiders, but that doesn't mean that he automatically hates people who like spiders. You know? Just because. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Okay. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks Okay. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. Okay, now it seems different. So she didn't write the poem from her perspective. It's more like she is this Amy. She is the subject, the object of the poem. So that makes me like her a little bit more now. So she has something that not everyone likes. And that means that those people tend to avoid her, probably. So this makes more sense now. So don't call me out on what I said before. Like, that was just what I said with the information I had. But now I have more information that she actually thinks, okay, that subject of the poem is a jerk, is a person who just reflects one personality trait or one object on the whole person. But yeah, it can be about anything. I think not. I think it's about something specific and we just don't know it yet. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Okay, I can agree with that. As long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy, that is... I can get behind that. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. That's funny. You wrote about something similar today. Hmm? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. Yeah, if you can call this a hobby. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Yes, see, you two aren't as different, I guess. Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. Thank you! Thank you, that's exactly what I want you to do. Not being so mean. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. And that's fine. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Why not? I mean, if you want to do that, that's totally fine. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So it's basically a poetry slam. Sayori is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. That's true. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I just have to get it over with. Alright. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh, please don't let it be. Please don't. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? No. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Yeah, I can relate so much to Monica, but it's still like, I feel bad for Yuri and Natsuki who really kind of don't want to show all the people what they wrote. Much less have everyone know that it's a poem of theirs. But like, Monica is... she's the literature person. She's trying to encourage everyone to kind of go on stage and stuff like that. And me, as a writer and theater kid, I can totally relate. Okay. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through a notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then starts behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. I kind of want to see that poem now. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Yes, she does. Like, the poems I read from her are good. Like, basically every poem has its charm that I've read in this game. So basically, like, respect to everyone who made this game. It seems to have a lot of deep meaning that I haven't got into yet. But, like, already the poems are pretty great. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. That's good too, you know? I mean, yeah, like, as a reader, you don't know like, if you read a poem or something you wrote and nobody reacts, that is often seen as like a bad thing. But sometimes it's just, like here, sometimes it's just so unexpected for everyone that it takes a minute. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of a chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like a soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Jordan liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Jordan. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Jordan lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Wow. That's cold, girl. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. That will improve over time. Definitely. Just practice and maybe talk about it to some people, and they'll make you feel more confident in your writing. That's a given. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Oh, well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's an interesting thing. Like, I've never heard, like, an argument like that before. more, like, some people are more confident just, like, talking to their friends and reciting things to their friends instead of to, like, the public. But, like she says it, it's kind of more like, okay, the public doesn't know me, so I can be whoever I want. My friends do know me, so it's harder. Which is an interesting outlook, to be honest. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. See, for me it would be the other way around too. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you have all an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like you to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make me such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Jordan, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asks to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Ooh, oh gosh. Can I just, like, walk home with both? I don't want to pick favorites. I don't want to pick favorites. I don't want to pick favorites. Please don't do this to me. I don't want to hurt her. Like, the thing is, Jordan would probably be more interested, like, romance thingy with Yuri. But, like, I don't want to hurt Sayori because she's basically our friend from childhood. I don't... Okay, the thing is, they live close together, right? The others might not live close together. It makes the most sense to still walk home with Sayori because she's living close to us, right? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm gonna say still walk home with Sayori because it's basically our way home, so we technically live close together. And she's still our childhood friend. We know her the longest. And to be honest, if I'd be like, okay, best friend or crush, I'd choose best friend, to be honest. I'm someone who values friendship a lot. So I'm gonna pick, I would still walk home with Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Jordan. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay, I'm gonna save it here, but I'm gonna save it in an empty slot because that was like the first decision that was a little difficult for me right now. So if I ever want to go back and see what like her answer is, if we pick Yuri, then I might go back to there. So other than that, I think that's it for today. At least for this episode. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do more. It's just like a really, really short recording today. But one thing I'm interested in, I'm really interested in is those of you who watch this, are you interested in writing poems or just in writing in general? And if you want to share some poems, just share them in the comments with us. Like, I'll probably not have time to record this this game for a long time now, so this will be my recording for a few weeks basically, and also a few weeks in the future because only 2 episodes have gone out at the moment, and this will be episode 6. But in the comments of this video, if you want to share something, maybe, yeah, just write down in the comments a poem of yours or stuff like that. And next episode, if there's something, like, you don't have to, of course. I mean, I can understand if you don't want to share anything or stuff like that. But I would find it very interesting to maybe read some of your poems in the episode. Like, make this a little bit longer lasting and a little bit more interactive. Okay, 2 things. So, tell me if you would have chosen differently, if you would have chosen Yuri over Sayori or not. And if you want to share a poem, and I'm gonna read it next episode. Which means I'm not gonna record the game until this episode is online and stuff like that. And yeah, maybe I'm gonna try to write a poem too. I'm not a poem person, but maybe I'm gonna try to write one too and make like a little special thingy and read a few poems. So that's it for today. So then, on this note, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully with a little bit of poetry. Bye!